welcome back. Video number 1 is out of the way, so now it's time for video number 2. And in this video I'm going to show you the top 5 things, or the first 5 things that I did before I launched my channel. But before we get to that, please like and subscribe and help my channel grow. So the first thing that I did was I decided on my niche. And originally I was going to go for MotoGP. I'm a big fan of MotoGP. The season was starting and timing was right, except I had no clue of what or how to even start a channel. As I started researching more, I started finding out, it's not as easy as just sitting in front of a camera and talking. Well, it is, but it's not. There's a lot of things that you need to understand. And the first thing was what you want to do. How do you want to rank on it? What are you going to do, or what are you going to talk about? But the more and more I got into researching this, the more and more I was getting confused by the information that was out there. So I decided to start, my niche was how to start a YouTube channel now. Maybe in time I'll move over to MotoGP, but for now I'm going to stick with starting a YouTube channel and seeing if we can grow it this way. The second thing that I did was decide which sort of account did I want. Did I want to have a brand YouTube account, or did I want to just use my personal email address? For myself, I had chose that, I didn't really want my personal details out there, or if I wanted someone to upload a video for me, I could just give them permission to act on the account rather than giving them my login details to my personal account and then do it that way. So I chose to do it a brand account. You can always change it after, do you know what I mean? If you start with your personal, you can move to a brand. It's not really a big issue. But for me, starting out, let's start the right way, and I selected a brand account. Next up is, what am I going to use to shoot my videos? Was I going to go away and buy an expensive camera, a microphone, a lighting kit, the whole lot? And the answer was I didn't really know. So again, I had to search through finding out what was it. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of cash on something that might not be very successful. But, I did want to have reasonably good quality. So I actually just ended up going on Amazon and buying just a little tripod with a light and a microphone, and using my phone's camera. So I have a Galaxy S21, and it seems, for now, it seems quite good, very clear, and it's quite easy to set up. So the next thing that I did was that I went into the settings, and I went into the channel settings within my YouTube channel, and in there I used the basic info tab, and I put in the keywords that I want to rank this channel on. Use the SEO, and these will be within all my videos as well. So these are kind of like the core videos of what my channel is about. Again, just simply telling YouTube this is what the channel is about. Also, what I did was that I went into feature eligibility, and I verified my account. And what that does was that it allowed me go live, custom thumbnails longer than 15 minutes, and as well appeal any claim IDs. It's a quite simple process. You put in your phone number and your email address, and then they will send you a message to your phone or to your email. You verify your account and you're way to go. And again, as I said, it allows your custom thumbnail. So for me, it was quite important that I did this before I even started a video. So the next thing that I did before I launched the first video was I went into customization and worked on the branding. So the first thing I did was set kind of a profile picture, very basic, did it in Canva. In and out, 2 minutes, nothing overcomplicated. But again, it's there and it's in place. The next part I worked on was my banner image, and I used snappa.com on this. And the reason I used Snappa was because it gave me an overview of all of what it would look like across all devices, so mobile, TV, and desktop. So I was able to build it accordingly so that it would look right when someone was viewing the channel, regardless of their device. The last thing that I did was I set the watermark. So I just put a subscribe button. Again, I did this in Canva. It'll play for however long I want it. I can have it at the end or the start, or customize it, or play it through which I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to play it all the way through. And then the other thing that I did was the basic info within branding. So again, this just gave people in the About section, it gave you an understanding and a description of what the channel was about, but also gave a business contact or an email contact. And I just set up just a quick business contact rather than giving out my personal email. So with that done, I was ready then to launch the first video. Obviously, this is video number 2. It is a little bit difficult at the start, getting used to talking to a camera or no one talking back to you. But if you're passionate about what you do, you get used to it over time. So Stick with it. I'm going to stick with it. Next video, I have something up my sleeve that I want to show you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's see where things go.